Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel. It's Kim Oderkoven, KRO Designs. If you're brand new here, I just wanted to say howdy, welcome. Don't forget to like this video and then subscribe afterwards because I honestly give you what you want here on this channel. You guys tell me what you'd like to see and I give it to you. So this is the Erin Condren Planner Tote. It has been out for a little while. They went through their first little bit of stock and then they've reordered some more, and so that is where this is from. This is I purchased this with my own money, so there are no strings attached. I'm giving you my absolute honest 100% opinion about this. I have had it for just a few days, but I can tell you straight off what I do like about it and what I don't. So the first thing is that it comes in a couple colors. It comes in, this is the canvas version, so it's like real canvas fabric. It is soft and pliable. It's when you first get it, it's a little cringy out of the package. You may or may not get a dust bag. I did not get a dust bag because they had run out of them and didn't want to delay shipping them. So unfortunately, it did not come with a dust bag. I know some of them do. If you're lucky enough to get it, great. I think that's fantastic for storage, but we'll talk about storage later because I have some issues that I've already discovered with that. So again, canvas, this is the navy. There's also a gray. You do get to pick your strap color, and I chose the Americana, the called Classic. My first impression is, of course, there's always branding when it comes to Erin Condren. She does it very subtly. I'm very glad she didn't emblazon it across the front of the tote, and there is no other branding other than what's here on the strap. She does have gold hardware on this color strap. It does have an alligator clasp that's on a swivel, which makes it very convenient when you're like attaching it and like putting it on your body, and you know, you don't have to worry about the strap being too you know, twisted and that sort of thing. It is adjustable with a D-ring here, and so you can just adjust it like you would any type of strap, and it's very easy. It's very smooth. There's no fiddling with it. It's not like super tight where you have to, you know, like pry at it, kind of like swim goggles for a better example. My first thought is this strap is huge. This thing is heavy and huge. Comparison and proportion, it seems like it's very large for this bag, but in all actuality, it makes sense for it to be a shoulder strap. If you have it too narrow, it's gonna cut into your shoulder. I totally understand where she's going with it, but this strap is 2 inches wide. I probably would have preferred more of like something around the 1 3/4 size, but I suppose some of these hardware pieces come in like solid normal sizes, like inch and a half, 2 inches, and I can see that doing a strap at 1.5 inches would be way too small. 2 inches, I think it's a little bit too big, but that's again just my opinion. The handles here are not made of leather. It's a faux leather, and I will zoom in here so you can see it. It does have some sort of texturized leather pleather involved. But the attention to detail on putting the leather plastic casing is on the side. I've had plenty of very expensive bags like Marc Jacobs where they do have these faux handles with this rubberized plastic seam, because when you cut a piece of leather, it has like an exposed edge. And you have to cover that if you're going to make it high quality. And of course, knowing Erin Condren, she was going to put the attention to detail with that. So I love the fact that the stitching, you know, goes all the way through. It's even and consistent. As far as floppiness of the handles go, like, so when you have it up, they kind of flop over. I think there's nothing wrong with that. If you wanted them a little bit too sturdier to make them stay up straight when the bag is in its up position, I think potentially you would be like, oh, they're too stiff. So you have to balance the whole, are they too stiff? Are they too wishy-washy? I guess that is your own opinion. Could they have been stiffer? Yes. Would I have liked it? Probably not. The pleather attachments, you've got this little taggle here on the zipper. You've got this nice facing here on the inside, and then you've got the snap here with the gold hardware as well. So those are all of the leather accents besides the bottom. The bottom, which I thought was very good attention to detail as well. I'm always putting it somewhere where it probably shouldn't. This will be my teacher bag, which will go back and forth. And as you know, classrooms are not the cleanest environments. I also chose this canvas because it's easily Scotch guarded. You can spray it with a Scotch guard so it won't get ruined drink wise. I always carry coffee, and I didn't choose the gray. I'm going to spill in it and it's going to be dirty, and I wanted to go black. Now there are two other options as far as canvas, not canvas options. They are kind of like a pleather. There's a metallic suede and a black. I chose not to get those because of the weight. I knew that entire thing would be leather, like a pleather, and it would be so heavy. I was like, no, by the time I get all my crap in here, it's gonna be too heavy. All right, let's go on to the interior. Again, continuation of the gold hardware. There is a zipper pocket. This on this side, the zipper pocket, and the depth of that pocket is about 7 inches from all the way to the bottom. It's fairly wide. Let me get my handy dandy teacher ruler out. 9 inches. So it could potentially, you could put like a tablet in here. That would give it more protection. The one thing I noticed is that this pocket does come out for easy cleaning. You just go in and pull your hand out, and it's not attached. A lot of makers put the attachments of the corners down below, but I love that you can pull this out, shake out the junk, because you know there's going to be bobby pins and all sorts of extra stickers and things that get stuck on the bottom, and you want to clean those out periodically. There is some more branding here on this pleather part here. And then that is all for this side other than a key chain ring. My teacher badge will be here constantly if it's not around my neck. Let's flip it over to the other side so you can see the interior pockets there. It does have 2 of these sectioned pockets. Let's figure out the depth on those. Again, this one's 6 inches, so not as quite as deep as the other one. And again, same depth. And they range, and the larger pocket is about 4.5 inches, and the smaller pocket is like 2.5. The interior width. So when you get this, you're like, wow, that's got lots of room and play. And it does. It has an interior pocket, as you probably see on everybody else's video, that has this elastic here. Very excited about that. But honestly, I'm not going to put my water bottle in here unless it's empty. And I am so careful with my planner and my paper. There is no way I'm putting any water or any other thing next to my paper ever. Just have 2 zip pockets here on the side. Let's go ahead and open them. At first glance, I'm like, yes, this is awesome. It has a lot of play. But to be honest, if you have anything of any width, I don't know if it's going to work. I think it's going to be perfect for the Erin Condren spiral bound, and I am going to load this up at the end of the video so you will be able to see what it's going to be like to hold all of my stuff. Again, same thing on this side, same pocket, same width, and the depth, of course, goes all the way to the bottom, which is about 13 inches. So this goes all the way to the bottom. Now, the only trouble I'm finding with these pockets is the interior lining is actually attached to the corners. So when you get something stuck down in there, you won't be able to pull out the lining and grab it. That in a nutshell. I'm going to pull out my scale, and I'm going to show you how much this bag weighs on its own. So it's all zeroed out. Hopefully you can see it. The bag itself weighs almost a pound. like 15 ounces. Now let's weigh the strap all by itself. And that weighs, so 6 ounces. So this weighs approximately 1/3 of the entire bag. So that's what I mean about this is heavy compared to this. The hardware on here is just really heavy. The only thing that I've noticed so as I'm putting it on here, as you saw, it's starting to sag. I would highly suggest, if you don't like the wrinkled look, to go ahead and put filler in it, like maybe an old beach towel or some rags, or some plastic bags that you have just lying around, because it will deform and not keep its shape. I mean, just sitting here, it's just sagging. So I'm not a big fan of that, but you have to, again, weigh into the suppleness of the product. If you don't care about that, yes, it's going to fold up nicely into a big pile. If you wanted to pack this, if you wanted to go on vacation, I think there are better alternatives if you wanted to pack this. But all in all, I'm fairly impressed with the quality of this. Now I want to, and I haven't tried this, let's pack the bag the way I would pack it if I was going to school. I want to try out, so here's my Yeti. This is your standard size Yeti cup. I want to see if the elastic is large enough to go around the Yeti. And it is. It fits nicely in there. And it does have some extra room to play, probably another 1.5 inches. So if you have a very large Yeti or a water bottle that's thicker, that would work fine. I'm gonna go ahead and put my binder, close that up, and get that in here. All right, that fits very snugly next to my water bottle. And I did zoom out just a little bit so you guys can get a better overall picture of what this looks like packed. So just right there with a water bottle and the binder, it stays up. I'm fine with that. Chances are this will be either hanging on my doorknob or hanging up somewhere in my craft room or in my kitchen, so I'm not really worried about the whole slouching thing. Now I wanted to bring my laptop to school. This is a standard 13x9 laptop, and I wanted to see if it fits. Whoa, just perfect. Oh my gosh. Could not get any more awesome. That's a 1/2 inch to spare on the top. I'm going to put my plug in here. All right. And then I always keep tissues, sanitizer, Febreze, sunscreen, and lip balm right here in my planner bag, so I don't have to go elsewhere. That does not fit in the pockets. I always leave an extra pair of sunglasses for the playground. So I've got my sunglasses there. Now I've got my pen case, which can go over here next to the binder and the other thing there. I do bring my planner punch. We can put that on top. Only thing I wish this had was like a zipper on the top so you could enclose everything so you won't fall out. Right now I'm pretty much at capacity. So let's see what else I can put in on this side. Again, I knew I was going to pack it heavy. Let's see, well, I have my EC folio. Let's see if that fits well on this side. Holy cow, I'm packing this thing so big. And I suppose if I wanted to, I can put my pens on that side. Oh, that didn't get zipped up. So the folio fits nicely in there. I'm going to go ahead and take out the binder because I know a lot of you are regular EC spiral bound users. So I'm going to grab my spiral. Only trouble with some of this little stuff is you have to take it out before you put the actual planner in. So obviously there's a lot more space because the dimensions of the binder and the planner are quite significantly different. So as I put the planner in there, it fits down snug. I don't think I can put both unless I take out my water bottle. Isn't this fun watching me fiddle? We take out the water bottle. which I said I wasn't going to use in that capacity anyway. And I can actually fit my folio, my ring bound, and my spiral. I alternated them so they would be big and little. Then put my pen case over here. And my sanitizer goodies. Those could go over there. And the only thing I'm missing is my planner hole punch. So that's not gonna fit. But I can always punch holes later if I wanted to. As far as the closure goes, let's give that a try. I'm gonna take my folio out. Okay, so if you wanted it to snap shut without folio would be ideal. All right, let's attach the strap. Well, I'm gonna keep filling with this and see if I can't figure out the best strategy to get all of my planners in here. If you wanted to, oh, look at that. I got my folio in there. So if you wanted to, the takeaway is if you really, really want a planner bag that's gonna hold 3 planners and a laptop, this might not be your best choice, but I think in all actuality, this has many different uses for many different types of life. Again, I'm using it as a teacher bag, and without the laptop, it fits even better. I'm gonna take away that comment about them needing to have a zipper here. With this button, this snap closure, that's really snappy, by the way. It kind of folds in on itself, and therefore you don't need to have a zipper. I think that would be like overkill with all the zippers. So on a scale of like 1 to 10, I would probably give this bag somewhere between a 7.5 and an 8, just because I wonder if this is going to get sun faded, how well it is, you know, stain resistant. I always worry about this plasticky part on the side. I don't know. I wish that the bottoms of these pockets came out so I could clean them better. But in all, I think it's well worth the investment. If you bought this with 20% off coupon, added a couple extra things, and got free shipping, I think it's totally worth the investment because it's going to be my investment in my teacher bag for the new school year of 2019. I'm very excited. All right, guys, thanks so much for stopping by and enjoying this video. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, more things you want to chat about, want to see, just leave them below. You can always follow my journey on Instagram as well. It's KRO Designs, making it easy for you. All right, thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.